When you're interviewing at a new job, do you ask to see the parental leave policy, or do you feel like that's just going to discriminate against you and you just wouldn't go there? I want to give an example of when I have done this myself because I think it is such a tricky thing to do. And it's just something as well that we don't talk about. This was in my previous role, not the job that I'm in now. At the time, I was not planning to have children in the very immediate future, but I did know that it was something that I was hoping would happen in the next few years. I decided this wasn't something I was going to ask at interview stage, but once I was offered the job, I felt like I really did want to know. Once I got through the employment contract, I was lucky and it was detailed in there. That's not always the case. I've been in other jobs where it's not in the employment contract, but in this scenario, it was. And once I got that, I saw that the parental leave policy in this job was actually a lot worse than in my current employer, the one that I was in before that, because that was a very large employer and they had a really good competitive parental leave policy. The way that I went about addressing this was I added it in with a couple of the other benefits that were on the table. So the pension and like annual leave and stuff like that. And I just addressed it as the overall benefits package. And I said, look, your benefits package is X and my current employer's benefit package is Y. Is there anything you can do about that? Is there any movement? Can you increase your parental leave offer? And they came back saying, no, we can't. That would be something we'd have to do company-wide and we can't do that. But what we can do is negotiate on the salary. Then went back and forth on the salary negotiation and I was able to bring the salary up quite a lot higher than the current offer. So I'm so glad that I did ask it. The other thing that I would say is that I went on to work for that company for a number of years before I had my daughter. During that time, there was various promotions and salary improvements from even that existing offer. And they actually went on to change the overall parental leave policy before I had my daughter anyway, just because they felt that that was the right thing for them to do as a company. So you just never know what can happen, is my advice. Obviously, I wouldn't bank on that. That's quite unusual, but you just don't know. And maybe me asking that question did put a little seed in their head and make them reflect on it. Who knows? I don't know. It was a small company. That's obviously unusual, but you just never know. My general feelings was that, look, if they retract this offer from me based on me asking this question, then they're probably not the place for me to work. They're not going to be family friendly and it's not going to be the right move for me. And that thinking did run true because they did go on to be a really great employer and really flexible and family focused once I did have my daughter. But I would just love to hear from anyone else who's been in the same boat. Is it something that you would ask? And if you have asked, how have you done so successfully? Or do you think it's just something you don't feel like you can ask at all and it would discriminate on you?